Okay, welcome back. Okay, like I explained in the previous video, I'm going to try and show you how it actually goes together. I'm going to try and explain the best I can, and obviously I'm going to, in the build document, it'll be more detailed on how it fits together. But you need to only glue a few bits together. So I'll work from front to back and then see how it goes from there. Okay, so you got your nose section. Okay, so the part you will need to glue is just behind that is the main body of the nose, and that glues in together. Okay, so you're gonna have to fill up this area with filler, because the actual kit doesn't have a seam line over here. Okay, so that comes together. I'm gonna take that off for now. Okay, the section just behind that is your main body. This is where the cockpit sits. What you'll get is a chassis section, which is similar to my other models. It holds it together. Okay, and the main engines actually slide onto these two lugs. So this section, once you glue it together, you will not be able to remove and put back the cockpit. I've made it so you can actually screw it together without gluing. The only seam lines you'll see basically is the bottom, this little section, and the and over here on the top, because what happens is once this comes together, this part has two lugs on it on the sides, and this has on the side where the side detail goes in, it has an indentation for a screw. So what you do is these two go together with the chassis section. So let's just slide that in to keep it together. Okay, so what I've done here is on the sides is a little indentation, so you can drill through there and tap it and put a screw in, a provide screw. So this is held together, and then this part gets slid into the section, and this top piece goes over the seam. See if I can get it to go in. Okay. So the idea is then to push this together, drill a hole through that little hole over there, and then screw it, tap it and screw it in. So it's held together there and at the back. Okay, so then you don't need to glue this part together. The top seam gets covered with the rear cockpit section, which basically just pushes into the holes. Okay, once it's together, it pushes into the holes, it should stay in. Okay. What happens then is, out of this section, I'll just take this front off for now, your side engines, okay, on both of them, you see on the top and the side ones, this is actually very chunky. This is what adds the weight. So these only slide in one way because it's got a flat end. So you see that the big hole is to the inside, so this is the right hand side, and the other one on the left hand side. So this goes in one way. Okay, I haven't sanded down the bubbles yet on the inside, so it won't go all the way in. Okay, then basically this pushes into this gap. And you notice on this side, like there's a little hole. So you drill through there and you screw it in to keep this in. But as it is now, you can see it's holding it. Okay, now the top one, and that's why I said you have to get rid of these bubbles, is with this section of the chassis, this gets glued on to that area. Okay, so this comes on top, and that hole basically goes into that hole, and this fits into the back, and that puts the top on. Okay, then the sides are these chaps, left and right. Okay, that basically just that square goes into there, and this one into this chassis section. Okay, now one part I haven't shown is the base, which is quite important. So before you actually put these engines on, you'll see at the bottom they have two holes and a little gap. So what happens over here is the little little nipple parts go in the back. Okay, so this lug goes into this hole on both sides, and there's a little gap over here for this one to line it up. And basically once that's in place, drill a hole through there and right through the bottom, and you screw it on. Then just fill up that hole with putty. You can take the screws out after the putty is dry. So that's how the bottom looks. Okay. In this section, I made this a reveal viper, as you probably noticed what's this gap on the side, because I want to show more of what could be going on inside, and I carry over to the Mark II, which is this this detail that's larger than the Mark II's detail, and it's got covers as well. So you find the cover, the right one fits on the right side. Sorry, the gap, the little thing that sticks out goes in the front section. Okay, you can work it so it fits in properly or flush. So if you want to reveal now, like it's in the work bay, you can just move it to the back and fit it into the gap. Okay, I've done the same thing for the rear section, which is this also carry over from the Mark. Well, I mean this gets carried over to the Mark II. I've done it in reverse. So there's some Mark II detail in the back of this. Okay, on this section, which basically sits, you see there is indentations for the things. Okay, so this sits flush onto that section. So once this is in, okay, you need to sand down the back of this. This fits into this gap, which it isn't fitting now. But then your rear detail section, which is a printed part, it's sitting in the box, slides in without being glued on, and this gets held in by the engines, so it doesn't need to be glued on either. Okay. As for your landing gear, send this over. Okay, so you've got closed and open, and this is the landing gear. It was very, very chunky. Okay, that's the rear, this is the front. Okay, you can make them so they also are removable. You get your landing gear, it opens to the inside. So I think this one goes here. So once it goes in, this bit actually you can glue it into there, so it's one permanent piece, and you can stick it in every time you want to display it standing. And this is the permanent one that just slides into the hole. Okay, very simple. I'll get there once I start doing the build, see how everything fits together. I think that's all of it. I'll go over the cockpit when I get there, but everything basically just slides together. Even the wings just slide in. The wings need to be glued together. They're two parts. But it was too big a part to actually make one mold. Okay, so they get glued in. There's a indentation and then filled up, and that's why I said you need a panel line cutter, because continuity between these two, once you've done it, scratch a line. Same with the front section. Not there, but I mean this section, or if you want to glue this part on, because this seam is not supposed to be here on the original model. So mine will have a seam. You might say yes, okay, that does not look original. I'm doing it for transportation purposes, because I'm not home at the moment, so I need to transport this international once it's built. Okay, so all you need to glue is one section, the front nose,